Hello guys, KP Shamino here with a new video for Fishing Planet. And in this video I'm going to talk about two things. That's first of all a little bit an update where I am at the moment. And then I'm going to give you guys two tips and tricks how you can optimize or how you can squeeze a little bit more experience still if you're doing the farm to 110. So what did I saw? You guys can see I'm getting close to 106. That by far Japan is the best what you can do. I think that nothing is really coming really close to the farm like this. Why I'm saying that? So the unique swordfish is good. But the problem is you rely a lot on the unique swordfish. That's something that is a little bit less in Japan, because you're catching so much fish that the value of one fish is not that high than with the swordfish. So I think that this is probably the best at the moment what you can do. So I see guys getting 2 million experience in 1 hour in Japan. So my guess is this is the best. Another thing you guys can see, I leveled from 100 to 105 and I started at 42 million currency. I got now 71 million. So I almost made 30 million currency by doing it. And what is now so good, at 106 I can get an upgrade for my Koda cages, I need to say, because I get access to the Asgard 155, and that's 123 kilogram. And what I see is there is a nice reel too, because you always need to watch it in Fishing Planet. Sometimes there is a reel a little bit higher, but this is the reel. And guess what? There is a line too. So I can get the braid line. Let me have a look. Saltwater braid line. And that is a 106. It's 3 kilogram less, and probably we are going to get a mono too. So that's not so bad, because that's a what is it, 5 kilogram upgrade. It does not look that much, but it's always good if you can upgrade, because what I see is that Asgards, they are a little bit easier to max rank the fish in, because I think they are longer, so it goes a little bit wider, because you need to bring the fish to 3 meters and then automatically the gaff comes out. And I got the impression that I can do that a little bit quicker because of the length of the spinning rod compared to the casting rod, the Koda cage. So that's good. So the tips now. So first of all, I want to thank Ramiro 101X. So he's fishing with 4 rods instead of 3. For people that didn't saw the Japanese video that I made, how you need to do this experience farm, I will post it under this video too. So he's just fishing with 4 rods. I did it too. If you can squeeze some more fish, why not? If it is 10 more fish, yeah, it's probably a little bit more experience. It's hard to test. Is there a very big difference between 3 and 4? Because what I see is the trolling octopus is really good and the plug is really good. So if you were now fishing with 4 different lures, I would think, okay, a 4th one can make an immense difference, but I'm not sure it makes that of a difference. But if you can get a couple of more fish, it's always better. So you guys can see plugs and trolling octopus 12.0, and then you put squid chains on it and it works always. And then another thing, and that's a very interesting tip he gave me too. So fishing together, it seems that you can fish together solo. I didn't know that, because I never bothered with this. But what does that mean? If you are in the mechanic fishing together, you get some extra experience. So be sure that you do that. I didn't do it. It's not that much. For example, a 17,000 experience fish, you get an 800 experience more. But why would you not do it? It's not costing you anything to do it. So be sure that you do it. So you just come to this menu, you click on Japan, you take OK, and then you just create. And then you just travel to Japan, and then you just need to start it, and you just activate it a little bit more experience. That's all. I'm not sure how much it is, but I think you will get more the more people are on the boat too. But if you are a solo player like me, yeah, why would you not do it? So I'm going to show you guys a little bit how you need to fish with 4 rods and the extra experience. So, and I'm going to talk a little bit about my thoughts that I had, because we are still getting, let's say, 5 minutes. So about the Norwegian area, about the massive amount of experience that we need to get now. That's the first time that I see the hard grinders, hard grinding experience guys saying this was not simple. And those guys, they don't sleep. It's still doable. In, let's say, 40, 50 hours, you can do it easy if you do it in Japan. But it's a lot more than the Malediven. And I'm not sure why that is. So I got... The last week I had the impression, I hope I'm wrong, it's just an opinion that I'm going to say to you guys, but what I see in Japan, and what are a lot of people seeing in Japan, is like a lot of experience. That's what we see. We see very high-end gear, very expensive high-end gear, the e-reels, the e-rods. And the last week I always got the feeling, what if Norway is the last high-end area? Because it feels a little bit, I play a lot of games, and Norway feels like an end boss at the moment. It's not like an area in between for a next area. It still can happen because you got the same gear squeeze that they did in the Malediven. Like, you never can farm really good in a new area. That was always the case. Malediven picks up at 182. Before that, it's shit and you need to go to Japan. So that's something that is not new. And why are they doing that? Because then you got room to improve in the next area. But I got so many signs in my head that I always think Norway is the last area. This is the end area from a game that is now done. And that's just an opinion that I got. But it feels like that. I'm not sure what you guys think about it. Like, they put like 109 million experience at 110. It's like they just throw some experience at it, didn't think too much about what can you farm in Norway, and just say, okay guys, this is the end boss, beat the end boss, and this was the game. That's a little bit the feeling that I got. Because you need to understand, if they make a next higher level area, that area is going to be probably 220 million experience to get to, let's say, 120 level. And that's a lot, I need to say. 100 million to just go to the highest. So there are a lot of things that don't really make sense, in my opinion. And what I see too is that, that they cannot produce anymore the experience the same like the previous areas. And that's a problem too. So you can see that Norway, at some point, I already see some experience guides coming out. 800 million experience they make in Norway. But Norway is an area that you need to start at 2 million experience an hour. And I don't see that happening. Like they are... yeah, hitting a wall on the gameplay, how they want to put it in the game. So there are a lot of signs that I see, like, okay, this is the last one, you need to level a little bit higher, and that's done. So that can mean two things. That can mean one thing, that they are going to focus now maybe just on gameplay features, because they put a lot of areas out the last couple of years. If I'm not mistaken, on 2 years, or is it 3 years, when came Japan out? On 2 years, they got 3 ocean maps and 1 freshwater map. So we got Japan, we got Malediven, we got Norway, and we got Ukraine. That's 4 maps on 24 months. So that's every half of a year a new map. That's a lot. So... That can be the first thing, that they think now, okay, we got enough maps now, and we are starting to go working on the gameplay. I know that they are working on a new currency, if I'm not mistaken. They are going to rebalance or make a new system for the competitions, and so on and so on. And I'm fishing in Northeast Wind, and you guys are not saying anything. Northeast Wind is, by the way, not so good, but yeah, I got fish, that's okay. Okay, so, and that's my first thought that I had. And then the second one, is it maybe time for Fishing Planet 2? that's a hot topic, I know that, and a lot of people don't like that too much that I say that, because, but you need to see, this is a game that is 10 years old, and there is nothing wrong with it, because why would you make another game? First of all, the engine, the graphical engine. Second of all, it does not mean that you make a second game that all the knowledge that you use for game number 1 is gone. But what can you do with the second game is, you can start over. You can implement new gameplay mechanics. Maybe let's focus a little bit more on the fishing. Let's make less static content. Maybe even moving hotspots. I don't know. I don't think that's a very good idea, because the problem is they got now already a player base that is focused on that. Maybe a second game can focus more on the fishing than on the leveling, because at the end, it's always funny to see that people say, enjoy this game. Yes, I can understand that you want to say that, but the problem is that enjoyment stops at a certain moment. If you start now this game and you catch all the fish, and then you're in New York and you see that you're level 10, you can say to those people, okay, enjoy the game, you got 2000 currency, you cannot do one thing. You can say 1 million times, enjoy the game, but those guys are fucked. And at that moment they think by themselves, how can I farm money here that I don't fuck myself to go to Lone Star again? And that's a very big problem in this game. The enjoyment of the fishing stops always at a certain point. And it stops really quick. That's a very big problem. Norway, yeah, it's a very nice area, but I don't think that you enjoy that area more than maybe 2, 3, 4 weeks. Then you got all the fish. What are you going to do after you got all the uniques? Just sign in and catch for fun fish. That is not going to give you anything gameplay-wise. So, and that's a very big problem. And that's something that you can solve if you make a second game. Maybe you can start focusing more on the fishing, less static equipment, and you can start over again. I was this week talking with a guy that I know already for a long time from the start of Fishing Planet, and the amount of fun that we had when this game was released, it was unbelievable. We were fishing with people to try to find unique black and white crappie in nethering. The peacock bass on the dock was still giving bait coins. It was the same a little bit like this, but people don't know that at some point we had in Fishing Planet with one update all the European lakes. One update. And that's something that never came back. Because if you start now the game, first of all, it takes a lot of time to get to ocean maps. And with a new game, you can get that. It's like a fresh start, new areas, new fishing methods maybe, a little bit more focused on the fishing, the thrill of the fish. They can keep it like this, but get somewhere a fish that is very random and very hard to get. Stuff like that. And that's something that is a lot more difficult in Fishing Planet 1, let's say it like that. Why I'm saying that? Because if you do that in Fishing Planet at this moment, the balance is totally gone. It's so hard to change something on this game, because this game is really good balanced. You can say it's a lot of experience, that's true, but there is always something that you can farm to speed it up. The DLCs are working really well. Besides the Norwegian now, the boat is good, but normally a DLC, if you buy the Congo DLC, you power level in like 60 hours, you're at the Congo. The same with the Maldives map, you can do it really quick. So the DLC premium works really well, but the problem is if you start changing the gameplay balance, that will be really hard. I think you always break shit on that moment. So that's a little bit my thoughts, guys, and I still need to show you guys the fish. So 800 kilogram of fish in 7 minutes. That's not so bad. So and I'm fishing in northeast wind. That's, by the way, bad. Southeast and southwest is a lot better. So let's get one more fish that I can show you guys fishing together. It's just my thoughts. I'm not sure where they are going. It can be totally wrong too, but there are a lot of signs that, and I would not bother with it. A new fishing game, a better graphical engine. I will play it, and I will be very happy to play it. Really true. Come on, game. Yeah, and this is something that I saw. I think this is a bug. Sometimes there is a fish that is just waiting here to get caught, but sometimes I keep getting the fish is not tired enough. I think there is something, if you do this too much, that the max dragging at some point the game is a little bit confused. And that's what I'm getting now, because there is not a fish. Once I had here like a unique striped marlin just laying behind the boat. And I didn't realize it, and I was getting the entire time this warning, and I just needed to lift him in the boat. He was just waiting to get caught. He didn't get loose because he was probably over there for 5 minutes hooked, and this was in the rod holder, so I was not fighting him. That's a problem with northeast wind. So you catch a lot of fish and then it stops. That's something that is rarely happening with southeast and southwest wind. Southwest and southeast is always producing fish the entire time, but you can see this will happen with this setting. And where is my buoy? Okay, I'm almost at the buoy. If we get closer to the buoy, we are back in unique striped marlin area, and you can hear the birds. There is a fish. Ah, okay, that's good. Therefore, it's really good too if you got it in your hand. You can just strike, and this is not a bad fish, by the way. So let's have a look. So here you can see it. Oh, fuck yeah, I know what happened. I was thinking what happened. Of course, you need to take start. Don't forget to do that. Yeah, that was a little bit bad of me. I totally forgot to take start, so I just missed all the fishing together experience. But you will get it. I'm going to end the video because it's already a long video. Thanks for watching, guys. Have fun. I see you guys in next video. Bye-bye.